Hey everyone! Today we're diving into top games like Crimson Desert. Together, we'll explore incredible worlds filled with adventure, danger, and unforgettable stories. From mythological realms and fantasy kingdoms to realistic frontiers and historical settings, these games capture the same scale and freedom you're looking for. If you love deep RPG systems, dynamic combat, and huge open worlds, you're in the right place. Let's jump in and discover the best games you should definitely try. Immortals Fenyx Rising is a colorful open-world action RPG inspired by Greek mythology, where you play as Fenyx, a hero on a quest to save the gods from the Titan Typhon. Just like Crimson Desert, the game offers a vast world to explore, filled with dynamic combat, powerful abilities, and epic boss fights. You can freely roam across islands, climb almost anything, glide through the air, and uncover hidden secrets. What makes it similar is the mix of exploration, real-time combat, and progression systems that reward creativity and skill. However, unlike Crimson Desert, Immortals Fenyx Rising takes a much lighter and more humorous tone, with stylized visuals instead of realism. The game also focuses heavily on puzzles and environmental challenges, adding a unique layer to its gameplay. If you're looking for a more relaxed but still engaging adventure with mythology and freedom, this is a great choice. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of the most influential open-world games ever created. You play as Link, exploring the vast kingdom of Hyrule, where almost everything you see can be climbed, explored, or interacted with. Just like Crimson Desert, the game focuses on freedom, allowing you to approach quests, combat, and exploration in your own way. The similarity comes from its dynamic systems. Weather affects gameplay, physics play a huge role in combat, and the world feels alive and reactive. You can experiment with weapons, abilities, and the environment to overcome challenges in creative ways. However, unlike Crimson Desert, Breath of the Wild has a more minimalist story and a unique cel-shaded art style instead of realistic visuals. It also emphasizes survival mechanics like cooking, stamina management, and resource gathering. If you enjoy true freedom, exploration, and emergent gameplay, this is a must-play. Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes you into the brutal world of Viking conquest, where you play as Ivar, leading your clan from Norway to England in search of a new home. Just like Crimson Desert, the game delivers a massive open world, cinematic storytelling, and a strong focus on combat and character progression. The similarities are clear. You explore vast landscapes, take part in large-scale battles, and shape your journey through choices and alliances. Combat is weighty and impactful, with a mix of melee weapons, abilities, and brutal finishing moves that give every fight intensity. However, unlike Crimson Desert, Valhalla leans more into historical realism with less fantasy elements, and places a big emphasis on raids and settlement building. You'll expand your village, manage resources, and build alliances across England. If you're looking for a grounded but still epic open-world experience with deep progression and exploration, this is a perfect pick. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered brings back one of the most iconic RPGs. Now with improved visuals and modern technical upgrades, you explore the province of Cyrodiil, shaping your own story as the hero of Kvatch, with complete freedom to choose your path. Whether it's joining guilds, following the main quest, or simply living in the world. Just like Crimson Desert, the game offers a large open world, freedom of exploration, and a strong focus on player choice. You can approach combat, quests, and character development in multiple ways, creating your own unique experience. However, the difference is clear. Oblivion Remastered leans heavily into classic RPG systems, dialogue trees, skill progression, and a more traditional structure. Combat is simpler and less cinematic compared to Crimson Desert, and the world feels less dynamic in terms of physics and interaction. If you value deep role-playing and true freedom of choice over action-heavy gameplay, this is a timeless experience worth revisiting. If you're looking for a game like Crimson Desert, Middle-earth Shadow of War is a strong pick. Set in Tolkien's world, you play as Talion, a ranger bonded with the wraith Celebrimbor, fighting against Sauron's forces in Mordor. What makes this game stand out is the Nemesis system. Every enemy captain has their own personality, memory, and hierarchy. They remember your encounters, adapt to your tactics, and can even rise in power if they defeat you. Like Crimson Desert, It features open-world exploration, dynamic combat, and large-scale battles. You can storm fortresses, build your own army, and command followers in real-time sieges. However, unlike Crimson Desert's grounded tone, Shadow of War leans heavily into fantasy, with supernatural abilities, mind control, and orc domination mechanics. Combat is fast and fluid, similar to the Batman Arkham series, with combos, counters, and brutal executions. If you enjoy emergent gameplay, where every battle creates unique stories, Shadow of War offers a deep and highly replayable experience. Red Dead Redemption may second look very different from Crimson Desert, but these games are often compared for one key reason: immersion and detail. Instead of fantasy, this is a grounded Wild West story where you play as outlaw Arthur Morgan. What connects them is the incredible attention to small details. NPCs react to your actions, wildlife behaves realistically, and even simple activities feel alive. Like Crimson Desert, it features a massive open world full of exploration, random events, and player freedom. You can ride horses, hunt animals, interact with strangers, and uncover stories across the map. The main difference is tone and pacing. Red Dead Redemption 2 focuses on realism and slow, cinematic storytelling rather than fast combat or fantasy mechanics. It's a slower experience, but one of the most immersive and believable open worlds ever created. On the second place is Dragon's Dogma 2, a game that shares a lot with Crimson Desert in terms of dynamic combat and open-world freedom. You play as the Arisen, exploring a large fantasy world filled with dangerous creatures, unpredictable encounters, and evolving situations. What makes this game unique is its combat system. You can climb large monsters during battles, target weak points, and combine abilities with your party. Like Crimson Desert, it focuses on emergent gameplay, where unexpected events can happen at any moment during exploration. Another key feature is the pawn system. AI companions that learn from your actions and assist you in combat and exploration. The main difference is that Dragon's Dogma 2 leans more into classic RPG mechanics, with deeper character builds and less cinematic storytelling. If you enjoy freedom, challenging fights, and reactive gameplay systems, this is one of the closest experiences to Crimson Desert. Finally, we've reached the #1 spot in our list of games like Crimson Desert, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This is one of the best examples of a story-driven open world where you play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter searching for his adopted daughter, Ciri. What makes it similar to Crimson Desert is the combination of a living world, deep narrative, and meaningful exploration. Every quest, even side missions, is carefully written and often feels like a full story. Like Crimson Desert, it offers a large open world filled with contracts, secrets, and dynamic encounters. Combat combines swordplay, magic signs, and preparation before fights. The key difference is focus. The Witcher 3 puts much more emphasis on storytelling and player choices, with consequences that shape the world around you. It's less about complex systems and more about emotional impact, characters, and narrative depth. If you're looking for a rich, immersive world with one of the strongest stories in gaming, this is the ultimate choice. Crimson Desert is one of those games that instantly grabs attention, but also divides players. At first glance, it offers everything you'd expect from a next-gen open-world experience. A massive world, dynamic combat, cinematic storytelling, and a strong focus on freedom. You play as Cliff, a mercenary leader trying to survive in a brutal and constantly changing world. The game mixes large-scale battles, exploration, and story-driven moments into one experience. What makes it so attractive is the variety. You can fight powerful bosses, explore vast regions, manage your group, and engage in unpredictable events that make the world feel alive. It's a game that constantly throws new mechanics at you, giving a sense of scale and ambition that few titles reach. But that's also where the criticism comes from. Some players feel the game is overloaded with systems, making it hard to fully understand at the beginning. Others point out that the story isn't as strong as expected, especially compared to its gameplay. Because of this, many players start looking for similar games, ones that keep the open world freedom, combat, and immersion, but feel more focused or polished in certain areas. And that's exactly why comparisons to other titles exist. Not because Crimson Desert fails, but because it sets very high expectations. You were on the Gaming Verse channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in our gaming verse.